Hello and welcome to our live crafting session this morning. It is Monday and it's the 31st of July. I can't believe it already. Will be August tomorrow. My goodness, time is going so fast. Anyway, good morning and welcome. My name's Jenny McCormack and I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And I'm based in the market town of Brackley, which is in Northamptonshire, here in the UK. Good morning and welcome to you. If you're watching live, do say hi. It's always lovely to know who is joining us. And if you are watching on catch up or replay, or if you have any questions or comments after the live has finished, then feel free to pop those in the comment section. And I will get back to you and respond to that in due course. So thank you so much. I can see we've got Catherine joining us. So good morning and welcome, Catherine. And I think I had a message from Kat to say she was just picking up a coffee, funnily enough. So the stamp set that we're using for our coffee and card this week, and is my stamp set of the week, is called, as you can see, Coffee with Friends, and this has been a popular stamp set. I've seen lots of samples with it. Catherine, who's watching, one of my team, hi Kerry, good evening to you, did some great cards using this with the the shopping papers, so with the girls here looking out over the shop in the distance, and there's lots of different examples around. You can find this stamp set on page 105 of our annual catalogue. Hi Kat, enjoy your coffee. And there's a couple of examples here. There's one featuring the grassy grove. It's difficult to see because that is cut in white, so you won't see the detail, I don't think, on the screen. And hi Caroline. And then this one here is the one with the croissant in the background. So the stamp set itself has got three main images. We've got the girl sitting on, which either be some steps or a bench. You've got two girls sitting on a bench together. And then you've got the croissant and the two cups of coffee or tea. Of course, it could be. And then you've got 6 sentiments. Sometimes you just have to reheat your coffee one more time and try again. We've got a thinking of you. Coffee with a friend is like happiness in a cup. And then we've got let's get together soon. And then to go with the thinking of you and coffee too. And then you've got this. So quite small sentiments, but very apt. There was a suggestion at our coffee and cards on Friday by the lovely Chris Ertle to use the sentiment from this set. Now this set is very similar in style, so it could well be it's been designed by the same artist at Stampin' Up. And this has got the lady with the wine glass looking out, and then we've got the lady in bed with the dog or lounging on a very big sofa, and then we've got the lady looking out the window. But she suggested somewhere we had a stamp set with a sentiment with the word relax. Hi Glenda. And Jeanette, good morning to you. So I thought I would use that today. Sometimes the most productive you can do, sometimes the most productive thing you can do is relax. So I'm going to use that sentiment with our set. Catherine says she hasn't seen many with the croissant. No, I'd agree. Let me show you 3 samples of ones that were used at Coffee and Card on Friday. So we're using note cards, and I've just got some different backing papers that people could choose from. And then I've just stamped this on a new set of dies, which I'll introduce you to in a second, and coloured it in with blends pens. Now this technique would work not only with blends pens, but you could use watercolour pencils, just colouring pencils. You could use watercolour with inks and an aqua painter, as long as you used some watercolour paper. So there's lots of different ways of colouring this in. You could also leave it uncoloured and do a sepia type look. So those are the two girls. It says coffee with a friend is like happiness in a cup. This is the one with the coffee cups and the two croissants. I don't know if you can see, if I bring this up, I stamped the croissant in the background. Hi Glenda, can't remember if I said hello. And then stamped it on here. It says let's get together soon, and then I put the croissant and the cups on the inside. And then this one here features the third main image, the girl sitting on the bench or the steps, and again I've stamped it on one of these new dies, and I've just coloured this in with blends pens. So those are that is the stamp set on page 105. The other thing I'd just quickly like to introduce, and that's because I only just received these last week, and this is the Nested Essentials dies, and as you can see they're nested. You get three shapes. You get this one here, which can either be used this way or this way, obviously at an angle as well. And you've got four layers, you've got 4 layers of this banner, and then 4 layers of this one. The banner is double stitched, so you've got 2 rows of stitching, and then this one here, all of them are stitched all the way around. This is particularly good for sentiments, as is the banner. Let me show you another sample with this but on its side. So I just chose to use the top part of the girls on the bench for that particular one. You could do, yes, the bench cut out, make it 3D. Of course you can, Catherine. Absolutely. Okay, so these Nested Essential dies are in the annual catalogue on page 165, and they're £32 for the set of 12. So I thought we'd use those for something different. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to use a note card. I've got a layer here. I could change it for boho blue, but it just happened to be the colour that was around. This is Orchid Oasis. And then I'm going to stamp onto this shape here. But I thought what I would do is do a little bit of background on this and then stamp my sentiment on here. So let's grab a piece of grid paper, and I'm just going to use Orchid Oasis, and I want to give it the effect of she's looking out to sea. So I'm going to use this that we use with the truck. Could use the waves, I suppose. I just want the element of movement. And this is from the inked and tiled set. Makes a great background. Let's just turn this round so I've got something slightly different. Like so. There we go. So this is what we're doing at Coffee and Cards in Toaster this afternoon. Okay, so that's going to be our background, and that's going to go onto our note card. The size of the note card is 3.5 by 5, and these note cards come ready scored. You do have to fold them, but they come ready scored with envelopes. While I'm here, I'm also going to stamp my sentiment, and I think I'll do that in Orchid Oasis as well. And let's grab that relax. Morning, Anne. Right, let's have a look. I'm hoping this is going to fit on here. Yes, it does. So that was a good suggestion from Chris, so thank you, Chris. And I'm going to borrow that suggestion and take this set to Coffee and Card today and the rest of the week. Okay, so just going to ink this one up. So this is from In the Moment. I'm just going to see how straight that is. Oh, fairly straight. So sometimes the most productive thing you can do is relax, and I'm hoping when I layer this up that this is going to fit at the bottom or at the top. Okay, now to stamp, I've got a bit of glue on there to wipe that off in a minute. Okay, to stamp my girl, I'm actually going to do her on the Stamparatus. And the main reason is the sheet that has all the images on has gone missing. I took it to Coffee and Card and it's gone missing. So this is quite difficult to position because you can't really see what angle. I think it's fairly straight like that, but obviously it'd be quite tempting to have this straight. So I thought I'll do it on the Stamparatus and then I can leave it in position for this afternoon. So I've got my shape here that I'm going to use. So this is the largest of those four, and I've just put a post-it note here to get it roughly in position so that we know where it's got to go. And then I'm just going to pop, I could use a bit of tape actually up here. Here. So I'm going to try the position here. Looks like it's not going to fit, but it is, the stamp is bigger than the stamped image, so it's funny because it looks smaller, doesn't it? This looks smaller than that one. That's really weird. Okay, so I'm putting the widest bit of the stamp really. Could move it up a little bit. Let's try that. Hi Zana. Okay, we'll try that, and I've got a spare piece if the positioning is wrong. And I'm just going to use Pebbled Path, but you could use Memento if you prefer. I find even with the blends pens, as long as the ink is dry, you can use our standard Stampin' Up classic ink pads. Okay, so fingers crossed this is straight. It might be slightly off. Let's have a look. Well, I think that was it's more by luck than judgment, but it looks pretty straight to me, so I'm going to leave that on ready for this afternoon. There we go. Okay, just wipe this down. Okay, so let's put that out of the way, make sure I don't forget it this afternoon. So I'm hoping, let's have a look and see if this is going to work before I do anything else. So I'm going to have my girl up here and then this down here. This does look a little bit big, so I might change that and just put it on a card, or might just cut it out from there. I'll see if the next one down would work, but that's my general idea. Yes, absolutely, Kerry. So Basic Grey, Early Espresso was my go-to. Pebble Bath has sort of taken over a little bit, but those are the ones that I use, the main. I very rarely use black unless it calls for it. So, just going to pop this layer down, ready. So this is on our note card. Obviously you can size this up for a full standard card. That's going to go onto there. Let me just see if that next Nested Essentials dies. I think it might be too small. I might just give it a go and see. It's going to be close, and if it doesn't work I'll just stamp and cut it out. But I just feel there's more space around there than necessary. So, and I know that the cutting blade for this is just a little way in from the outside. It's not on the inside. So, as long as I've got this, fairly close. Just going to put a post-it note across it. You could use masking paper, washi tape. Okay, I'm just going to cut this out. And it moved, of course. I've got a cat sat there very helpfully. So let's just do this. Sorry, that wasn't, I didn't intend to do this, but I just feel it's a little unnecessarily large. Grab a plate. See if that's worked. Oh. No, because it moved, but that is a little bit at the other extreme now, isn't it? So I'm just going to re-stamp that on a spare piece of card. I wonder if this one would... Oh, that's an odd piece. Oh. I wonder if I might grab a small circle. I know this is too big, but no. Wrong shape altogether. Right, let's take two and stamp that again, and I'll just trim that out, but I'll trim it quite close in. Sorry, this was supposed to be a nice simple card, but it is Monday morning and I was crafting all day yesterday, so there we go. Okay, so that's in Orchid Oasis to coordinate with the backing. Let's just grab my trimmer. Always the postman. Hope he brings something nice. Right. There we go. Okay, that's better. Too big, too small. It's like the Three Bears, isn't it? Morning, Heather. Yes, I did actually, I did contemplate that, and I might use that later, just relax on its own. That would definitely have worked in the smallest one of these. Might even have been still too big though. Anyway, okay, so this is going to go down here. This is going to go underneath there. So let's just do a quick amount of colouring in. Put my die back. Morning, Heather. I hope you're keeping well. So we're using Coffee with Friends today. That's very apt for my coffee and card, because that's exactly what it feels like, just having coffee with friends, and we happen to do a bit of crafting while we're at it. Right, so let's just do a quick amount of colouring. Let's see. So I've got Orchid Oasis, so I could bring that in for her sort of trousers there. I've got my pen split over 3 tubs to spread them out. So okay, so let's just do this really quickly. Glasses off. And I've got light and dark. Now there's not a great amount of space for blending. So if you're not very confident in doing different colours and things like that and blending them together, then just use one colour for each one. I'm just using a bit of darker Orchid Oasis here and here. And I'll lift it up to the screen in a second, because I know you can't see a lot of that detail. So just blending with the light Orchid Oasis. It's a good sort of jeans type colour as well. Oh, the background was from Inked and Tiled, the stamp set that we used week before last. That's the one with those lovely watercolour flowers. Okay, so there's my jeans. Let's pop some colour to her hair. Yes, I wanted the sort of impression of, you know, looking out to sea, but it could be anything. So there's so many places you can put these girls in the scenes, and that's what I'll be working on during the week. And you'll be able to catch up all of that detail on Thursday. I'm feeling a bright green top. This is Parakeet Party, and this is one of the in colours that goes with Orchid Oasis. There's that bit there, and there, like so. And there's various skin tone colours that you can use depending on how dark or light you want the skin. Let's just do that little bit behind there. And I'm just going to keep this fairly simple in terms of colours, so I'm just going to use, this is dark crumb cake, so I'm just going to use a little bit of that and then a little bit of light crumb cake for the steps or bench, whatever we think she might be sitting on. Like so. Let's grab dark. Dark. Oh dear. Right, this has got to be like crumb cake, isn't it? Let's get the right end though. As I said, you could definitely watercolour these. I'm thinking I'm going to do one with watercolour pencils, because I think that would also look quite effective. Like so, just this little bit in here, and then the skin tone and the flip-flops and the coffee cup, of course. So just blending that. I'll lift it up to the screen because I appreciate you can't see this detail, especially not if you're looking on a phone. There we go. Hopefully you can see that a little bit better. Okay, right, let me know what colour coffee cup we're going to have. I'm going to do a tiny amount here on the flip-flops. So this is light petal pink. Thank you, Heather, and thank everybody. Thank you all for your thumbs up or hearts. It's always appreciated. There we go. So lastly, the coffee cup. A couple of fingers tucked in there. Or I could just leave it as it is. What do you think? Do I need it? I'm just wondering. Whether just to do that relax, exactly, because that just feels a little bit bulky in there. Oh, I suppose I could put it up here. I trimmed it down. Oh, bless you. Cat's going Shaun the sheep hunting. Let me maybe I'll just cut it down. Because in this set it's got you've got this, so I was thinking you could do relax, you've got this, but I think all I'm going to do is just make this really close in. Not very straight either. There'll be nothing left of this in a minute, you watch. I'll get it so close and then mess it up. Okay, I'm going with that because I've taken enough of your time already. Thank you, Jeanette. Okay, Catherine's left some as is and some coloured. What are we thinking of? Just not happy about that. It's too bulky. So let's do exactly as Catherine suggested, which is just use the word, I might try, relax, you've got this. Because otherwise it will bug me completely. So let's see, it's quite close to this wording here. So what I'm going to do is just put a post-it note temporarily, not there's much stick on this. Let's get a Stampin' Up one. Okay, so I've pinned that down. Going to ink this up, and then you must just remember to take the post-it note away. It's a little bit inky, but okay. And I know I've caught the edge, but I'm hoping we'll be alright. Relax. And shall I try You've Got This? I don't know. Let's have a look. It's a bit small. It's tiny. Let's just do Relax. So let me just see. Will I cut it out with the smallest one? That might be better. It's about the same size, of course. Let's just try that. So, apologies. This will be the end of the card. So, just going to pop that through. Mind the cat who's sat right behind me. Now, if you're putting this on a bigger card, of course that sentiment would have been absolutely fine. It's only because we're adding it to a small note card that I haven't got enough space. There we go. I'm going to put that a little bit further down and that one a little bit further up. There we got there. You do, that's right, and I knew it wasn't working as it was. Hi Brenda, good morning to you. And I think I'm just going to add a little bit of blue just on that left hand edge because I want it to stand out. Against the white. So just put a little bit of Orchid Oasis on my blending brush. Like so. Just so that it stands out on that edge there. Just going to let that sort of fade out. So I hope everybody had a nice weekend. 1st of August tomorrow. Goodness me. Right. Let's put that one away. And put this together. So this is Orchid Oasis background stamp with the inked and tile thing, and then I can put that sort of in the middle. So this is going to go up on dimensionals for a little bit of interest. Like so. And at least it's stopped raining now. So I'm just centralising that top, bottom and from the left. I'm not going to press it down in case I need to reposition it. I don't want to cut a foot off. It's going to go in there. So I'm going to pop a dimensional on the right. And a bit of blue on the left, and we're done. Relax. Whew. We made it. Now I can relax. There we go. So there is our finished card, and I'll show, for the people that joined after the beginning, I'll show you some other samples. So there's this one here that uses the same layout but some patterned paper behind. Funny enough, similar colours. And then this one with the two girls on the bench. So I should lift it up a little bit, sorry. Thanks, Kerry. And then this one, cute little one with the croissant. Well, I always have a coffee straight after my lives. So, thank you so much. So I'll be featuring this stamp set all week. I'm only doing Facebook Lives on Monday, and then a more detailed one on Thursday with lots of other ideas. And that's just freeing up a little bit of time to work on other areas of my business. So if you've been missing my lives Tuesday and Wednesday, that is why. So we'll see how that goes, but hopefully by doing a more detailed one on Thursday and lots of samples, you don't have to watch me so often to get the benefit of the samples that I've made. So there we go. Thank you so much, everyone. Do take care. I hope you have a great week ahead. I hope you keep well and you manage to keep crafting this week and stay dry, especially for us here in the UK. The forecast here is rain, showers, albeit every day this week, Monday through to Sunday. Thanks everyone, do take care, and I look forward to crafting with you again really soon. Bye for now.